And at last, here we are. The final confrontation. So, to finish my thought from the previous level, because I went through it too quickly. Finally, we have a sense of finality. Finally, we have a sense of finality. Can I be even more pretentious? Let's find... Well, I am drinking coffee at the moment, so hey. The lover, the denouement of the interactive experience known as Turok, the Dinosaur Hunter, Zebra, the sword of Damocles come close with the chronoceptal, bringing forth the campaigners Jesume, Ablibulip. I hate the French language. Can you tell I had to learn it in high school? Even though I wasn't speaking French at all. I did take a French language course in high school, and I hated it. I don't remember a thing from it. I'll tell you what I remember. I remember I could say bonjour, and I know that I could read it. Back then I could read it, because that was what we were taught. Anyway, finishing my thought. There's an actual visual indicator of progress in the level design. Because we've changed from the jungle scenery to the campaigner's fortress, and it's completely different. And finally, additionally, here at the end, we see that yes, enemies do actually have Doom-style fighting each other AI mechanic. What would you call that? What would the term for that? There has to be some kind of jargon term for whenever enemies are allowed to, or not allowed, but no, i.e. allowed to fight each other. And they'll actually get mad. So that's a thing. There's never been another example of it. Because it never ever came up, but there it finally does, and that will be the only time it comes up. This is finally the moment where you can tell just from the footage that I'm not hitting the number keys anymore, except to switch to, for example, the shotgun. This game suffers from the too many weapons problem. Boy, oh boy, does it suffer. How many in total are there? Because I know 0 is the alien button. The fact that we use the 0 key, good lord, in a shooter. You have too many weapons. And not only do you have too many weapons, a lot of them are just redundant. There's no reason to use the to use the regular shotgun once you have the auto shotgun. There is no point. It doesn't do any more damage. It doesn't have any special features to it. It is the same weapon, just with a slower firing rate. Something that, hey, the sequel does a lot better. It actually has weapons occupy... the sequel does something really clever in that what they do is the shotgun in the game is actually not redundant once you get the auto shotgun equivalent, called the Shredder. And what they do is... I think shotgun in Turok 2 is... It's either 4 or 5. It's not 3 like it is in this game. Or wait, no, it's 4 in this game. It is 4 and 5 in this game. But, what I was going to say is, what they then do is to switch the shotgun, you hit, let's say it's button number 4. You hit 4 and you'll pull up the shotgun. And if you hit 4 again, you'll pull up the Shredder, or the auto shotgun equivalent. Although it's completely different. It actually has a completely different set of mechanics to it. Which is fantastic! That's exactly what you need to do to differentiate weapons. That way nothing becomes obsolete. Oh my god, I cannot wait to start doing the LP, the sequel. Oh, the sequel's so good! I was doing practice runs on the first and second level, and then I thought, you know what, well, we'll just do the rest of it blind, screw it. I may not do that, just because it would get old. There are too many LPs already of people not knowing where to go or what to do, and I'd rather be the guy that, hey, I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing, for the most part. Still stupid, but that's genetics, so we can't help that. So, as I was saying, you can tell I'm using the scroll wheel. I'm not hitting the buttons to switch to these. I should also add, yes, you can ignore all of these enemies. That would not be very fun, which is why I'm fighting them, but you can just completely run past them. I don't even know why I bothered fighting them. I can't come up with a single excuse. Because as I'm saying, in post-commentary world, in hindsight, I could have just run past them, gone down this corridor. There's nothing that blocks you from doing that. So, there it is. I begged the question last time, I will beg it again. Were the developers aware of that? This is a moment, this is an example of how you can set up scenarios where, yes, you can technically run past that guy and the door will open, but you would lose a lot of health. That's the way you have to do it. The enemies are literal obstacles in your path. And also, these doors are... Where did... all this cool stuff... And we're back to the caves. Oh, thank God we're not back to the caves completely. This one I think I was actually doing blind at the time. Well, I say blind. Obviously, I have memory of it. I remember where to go. But... what would you call that? Not blind, because blind is absolutely first time running through it, knowing absolutely nothing. What would it be called when you have... what would it be called when you have knowledge of it, but it's not immediate knowledge? Someone come up with a term for that. I would not be able to think of what that would be called. Not... secondary blindness? Second blind? Remnant? A remnant playthrough? Remnant memory. We have teleporters, we have trapdoors. Funny enough, I keep saying that. There's nothing funny about it. Stop saying that. However, this is technically a secret area. I'm not sure if it actually flashed up on screen. There's your fusion cannon. The third location out of 5 that you can acquire it. And you can only reach this area by successfully jumping over that trapdoor. If you fall down it, as you can see, you're supposed to. That's forward progress. And that's great! Once again, who made these levels? Because they're fantastic. There's actual secret areas that you can miss. There's an opportunity cost to sections of... That's what the word is. That is the term that I've been digging for the entire time. This game is lacking so many moments of opportunity cost. Do you have to fight anything? No, because there's no opportunity cost. Or the opportunity cost is too great. Or too lopsided. It's lopsided in favor of just ignoring combat. Whereas here, and in the Lost Land, you have to fight, and you have to make certain calls, and you have to display some modicum of skill to get through it without using too many resources. Who made these levels? They're great. They remind me of Turok 2 levels. Maybe that's how he got the job for Turok 2. Whoever he or she is. Oy vey. Back to caves, back to leapers. But you know what? I'll permit it because this is something that's funny enough. The caves actually provide some visual variety from all the techno-based stuff. Look at this cavern! We're looking at the foundation for the rest of the fortress. It's almost as if someone thought about that. Almost! I don't know if they actually thought about it like that, but it looks that way. That's cool! We're traveling through the foundations of the Campaigner's Fortress. Fortress of Doom! Oh, I cannot offer enough praise for this level. And we get a combat encounter with 2 Purlins! That's mandatory! They should be doing the ground... They should have put one in there that does the ground stomp, because I think that's an AI thing. Not all Purlins do it. I was about to say, the only way you can improve that is you have one of them with a cannon and the other one has the ground stomp ability to force the player to start jumping around. Otherwise, they'll get knocked off the platform. Oh, that was a great combat encounter. Oh, it was mwah, wonderful. Oh, I cannot praise this level enough. If anything, I kind of just want it to play out. No, the other corner. Can you tell I was struggling to remember what button the minigun was? 7. And here are the cyborgs, which the manual rather, claims are impervious to shotgun shells. No, they are not. They'll die to those just as fine as anything else does. Let's see, what do we have left? They say the final level is supposed to be a test of all the players' abilities, and I would say this succeeds at it. Nothing else in the game, or very few areas in the rest of the game succeed. But this is definitely one that does.